Hey Scott, first we're going to look at the top of your stroke. There's a lot of good stuff here. The first thing is that you do swim in a very straight line, which is really good. Your arms also don't cross over at all, and because you're not crossing over with the stroke, your legs also don't scissor kick behind you. One thing I would point out is you're quite polite with the water. You don't generate too much power, and so that's something we're gonna be working on. You've taken the pinky down approach that I suggested to you a little too far, especially with that left hand. So we're going to need to work on rotating that left hand back to level as it enters the water in front. From this view, you can also really see that your knees are bending behind you, and so we need to work on getting those knees straighter as you kick. Okay, now we're looking at the front. What I noticed here is that your arms are very straight, especially when you go to take a breath. A few times in here, you have a nice bent high elbow, and that's something we want to reinforce. But we really want to make sure that, like right there, the arm's very straight. We really want to try and bend that elbow and get a little bit higher. We're aiming for an angle of around 100 to 110 degrees. You can also see here that you are holding your breath a lot of the time that your face is underwater. You'll hold it there, big exhalation there. You really need to be exhaling the whole time that your face is underwater. There should be a real steady stream of bubbles. Um, when you go to breathe, you can also see right there that you're pushing down on the water to support that breath. We want to remove that pressing down aspect. Okay, this is probably the most revealing shot of the whole session here. You can see that your legs are sinking behind you and you're frantically kicking to try to keep those legs up above you. Unfortunately, because you're bending your knees so much, you're really generating even more drag as you try to kick harder. So you're kind of working against yourself here. Then as we come back the other way and we slow down, what I want you to see is that you're taking your hand out very early. Right there, it's coming out right as it gets to the line of your shorts. And really, to generate some more power, I really want to focus on pushing back past your hip. Each time you take a stroke, you should be aiming that hand for the hip, and then you rotate the hip out of the way with good hip rotation. But yeah, that will generate some more power, lengthen out the stroke a little bit, and get you a little more momentum so those legs aren't sinking as much behind you. Okay, here's some footage of your 400 time trial. You're about 200 into it, so you're starting to fatigue a pretty good amount. And so I just wanted to shoot some of this so you could see what's happening when you're getting tired. Here you can really see how short your stroke is getting. You're taking your hand out even before it gets to the waistline of your shorts. This happens when people get tired and out of breath, they start to rush and they start losing even more power and they slow down even more, and it's a vicious cycle as they try to make up for it and work even harder. You can also really see that you're holding your breath. You'll sort of put the face under, hold your breath, and then big explosion right there. So really try to exhale the whole time. The more air you're holding in your lungs, the more buoyant your chest is going to be, the more your legs are going to sink. Again, you can really see your knees bending here in the kick. And then you're also not really catching with your hand until it's well below your body. You know, it sort of drifts down about a foot below your body before you start pulling on the water. I want to try to get an earlier catch going for you so you generate more power throughout the stroke.